Won't move your car? Enjoy the hour wait. And a car accident. A few months back, I was on my usual fuel delivery route. I'm a fuel hauler. One of those guys you see rolling up in the big tanker trucks at gas stations. The job isn't glamorous, but it has its moments. And this story is one of my favorites to tell. The gas station I pulled into that day had a notoriously inconvenient setup. The tank fill lids, the big underground access points, where we offload fuel, were located right along the front of the parking spaces, directly in front of the convenience store. So to do my job, I have to block the entire front row of parking spaces. Usually it's not a big deal. If there are a couple of cars parked in front when I arrive, I'll patiently wait them out. If traffic is heavy, I throw down cones as people pull out to prevent others from parking before I can move into place. Most people get it. Big truck, big job, small delay, no drama. But not this time. This time, a woman in a Tesla decided that she could not, absolutely would not, park even a few feet farther away from the front door. She pulled in just as another car left and parked right next to a cone I had set out to reserve the space. Not just parked, though. She got out, picked up my cone, set it on the sidewalk, and strutted inside the store like she owned the place. I climbed down from my truck and followed her inside. Calmly, I explained that I needed her to move her car so I could get into position and begin fueling the station. Her response: "Get bent. You can wait until I'm done here." Well, all right then. So I walked back outside, repositioned my truck with surgical precision, and backed it in tightly behind her car. I left maybe 2 inches between her rear bumper and my front axle. Then I set the brakes, dropped my gear, and started setting up. Because I couldn't park in my usual sweet spot, the 3-inch hose I normally use wouldn't reach the tank access lids. That meant I had to swap to the 2-inch hose, which is longer, but also slows down the flow rate by about a third. Instead of finishing in 45 minutes, I now expected it to take at least an hour and 15 minutes. Not even 5 minutes into the offload, Tesla lady stormed out of the store, livid. She started screaming that she was in a hurry and demanded that I move my truck immediately. I didn't even flinch. I looked at her dead in the eye and said the exact same words she gave me earlier. "Get bent. You can wait until I'm done here." She lost it. Her voice went up an octave as she yelled about calling the cops. I said, "Feel free. I've got time." She did call. About 10 minutes later, 2 officers showed up. They pulled into the lot and gave me a look like they knew exactly what kind of situation they were walking into. After she gave her full hysterical account, they came over and talked to me. I explained what happened, showed them the cone she had moved, and the store employee backed me up completely, saying she'd been rude and aggressive from the moment she walked in. The officers looked back at her, then back at me. One of them said, "Carry on," and they walked away. Tesla lady was left fuming by her car while I kept working at a perfectly leisurely pace. I didn't just take my time unloading the fuel, I also took my time double-checking all the gauges, cleaning my hose fittings, logging paperwork, everything. I even took a moment to grab a drink inside just because I could. An hour and a half after I first asked her to move, I finally finished the delivery and pulled forward, clearing the way for her to leave. As I waited at the exit to turn back onto the road, she zoomed around my truck, flooring it like she was making up for lost time. She didn't look before pulling out into the street, not even a glance. And right on cue, a giant lifted pickup with a massive cattle guard bumper was coming down the lane. He had no time to stop. T-boned her right in the driver's side door. The sound of metal crunching echoed across the lot. Her Tesla was absolutely wrecked. She was not injured, but I almost had an asthma attack from laughing so hard.